Hi guys, welcome back to the series. As most of you asked, we are going to now review more answers for CA Inter and Foundation, answers written by students. This is for CA Inter again. For the same question, which is an exam 4 or 5 marks question, we have 10 students' answers that we are going to review in this video. Tell things that you should do and things you should not do. This time, let's have the question itself on the board so that you will have a better idea when you're reading. Question is, the company has 4 directors, W, X, Y, and Z, 4 directors. In addition, company has Mr. D as the managing director, and they're also saying Mr. C is, Ross is the company secretary of the company. Then they are saying for the year ended 31st March 2020, this was signed by only 2 directors, X and Y. Examine with the provisions, is this correct authentication of financial statements? Additionally, in the end, they asked, what would be your answer if it's an OPC? So basically, they are targeting section 134, signing of FSN, board's report. Let's go to the first answer. I hope it's visible for you guys. Here they're saying heading. So the heading over here is basically like signing of financial statements and board's report heading. Very good. The examiner knows that, okay, this student knows the answer. One heading is there. Always I will suggest write the heading if you remember the provision. Otherwise, without section number, we can write. Going to the provision, as per section 134 of Companies Act, I'm reading it for you guys. Financial statements, including consolidated financial statements, very good. You're explaining the whole provision, shall be approved by the board of directors before it's signed and sent to auditors. Fine. And such financial statement shall be signed by chairman, approved by board, or 2 directors, where one shall be managing director, and by CFO, CEO, or CS if appointed by the company. In case of OPC, it shall be signed by 1 director. Excellent provision. Only these dots in the side can be avoided. Instead, you write ABC or italics 1, 2, 3. Provision in for most of these students would mostly be good. Next, analysis. In this case, straight away we are starting with the facts of the question. Because the student did not write facts on the top, we are starting with the facts. That is very good. ABC have appointed W, X, Y, Z as directors and Mr. D as MD and also full-time CS. So in crux, we are telling what is there in the question. So if I am reading this without knowing what is the question, I have far bit of idea. Now, the FS were authenticated by the 2 of directors X and Y. Hence, the provision is violated as the FS was not authenticated by the others. Excellent. So we are first writing what is the mistake. So what the company did and then what is the mistake. That is very good. Next, straight away they have gone to conclusion. Authentication of FS and board's report is invalid. In case of OPC, it shall be signed by 1 director. Answer is completed. Will I give full marks, guys? No, I cannot give full marks because this student wrote what is wrong, but they did not write what is the answer. What is the final analysis? In this case, ABC Limited, it has to be signed by who are the people. We will see next student if they wrote the answer. Let's go to the next one. I hope you guys got this. Till here, this is like a movie which went till the climax, but climax flopped like Bahubali 2. Next. Books of accounts, heading is written. Heading is good. You're writing which section. That is good. Next. Facts. They have written the full facts. Anyway, 0 marks for facts. No harm in writing the facts. Summary. Next, let's go to provision for the same question. Don't use this asterisk, arrow mark, hash, all of that. Will the Supreme Court, will the judge use these things? He will use points ABC or italics 1, 2, 3. So use those things. Next, as per section 134, lays down the provision of signing of FS and both will be presented in AGM. Okay, fine. Instead of this, writing 2.5 lines, as per section 134, signing of FS says what? Little unnecessary lines like to be presented in AGM. Are they asking this? Why to write that unnecessary? Second, there must be a chairman or 2 directors where one must be a managing director and CEO, all of this if they are appointed. Where is it mentioned that these people should sign? There must be these people in company. Okay, they should sign. No, you are writing who should sign, but you are not writing that they should sign. So provision has taken a hit. Next, analysis. In the above case, FS are signed by 2 directors, X and Y, which is invalid. You have written the question and you wrote it as invalid. Why is it invalid? It's not correct. That I also know reading the question. Why is it invalid is missing. As per that, MD and any of the other directors, Ross, CS are liable to sign liable to sign up. Liability is not the word we have to use here. Liable to sign the FS. FS which is signed by the directors is invalid. See, how do we write this answer? Now that we have seen two answers, for analysis is where I can see students are struggling. So analysis, first you will write what happened in this question. In this question, X and Y, the only people who signed. Write what happened. Next you write what is wrong in the question. So as per the provision, additionally the managing director and that CS should sign and some other director should sign. So what is wrong in this question? Therefore you will write what should be the correct answer. As simple as that. Enna thappu, what is the rectification they should do, what is the final answer, and why it is wrong. What is wrong and why it is wrong, and what is the final answer. Previous student didn't write the final answer. Here they also wrote, they didn't write why it is wrong. Conclusion can be way better. Let's go to next answer. Books of accounts. Okay, heading. You can be more specific with the heading. Don't write chapter name. This is signing of financial statements. No need chapter name. Facts. They have written for almost 1, 2, 3, 6 lines. I already told in the previous video, which is in part 2 now. This will take easily 2 minutes into approximately 20 questions. So this student is going to write in main exam 40 minutes and get 0 marks. Examiner will not read the facts. It is just for better presentation. Next, provision. As per section 134 of what? Of something. Of something is there. They have striked it as per section 134 of which act? We have in syllabus FEMA, LLP, General Class Act. So as per 134 of Companies Act, refer to the act name. Signing of FS or both report of the companies. Oh, here they wrote. Okay, better to have it here of Companies Act. In that section, for signing of FS, the company of the company should be signed by chairman or 2 directors. One should be managing director and CEO, CFO and company secretary if appointed. Very good. What I like here is they're writing the full form. You're writing exam only once. Why do you want short form? You want marks to be reduced like that. So CEO in bracket, CEO. CFO in bracket, CFO. Write the full and write the bracket. Only once you're writing, guys. So one time you write the full form and use the short form. Next paragraph analysis, you can use short form. Otherwise, CFO for you could be different meaning. For me could be different meaning. CEO means I'll think of song next. In case of 1% company, 1 director is signing is enough. Provision is good, but I think the start can be more better. Simple. As per section 134, financial statement should be signed by these people. Little bit of unnecessary things in the first few lines. Come to analysis. In the given case, the financial statements are signed only by 2 directors, that is X and Y. Very good start. What happened is there. Hence, in this case, cannot satisfy the provision of. English is missing. In this case, cannot satisfy the provision. Is this the right English, guys? No. Cannot satisfy the provision of section 134. Why it can't satisfy? You should tell why it can't satisfy. MD did not sign. That fellow, that Mr. D. Ross did not sign. That is missing. Why it's wrong, you're not explaining. Next paragraph, maybe it's there. This company financial statement should be signed. You are giving the answer here, but tell why this is wrong. Why this is wrong? Now the answer, this should be signed by any one director along with the managing director. So D and Ross. What is missing here? Should be signed by any one director. Who are the directors they gave? X, Y, Z and W. W, X, Y, Z. In these 4, anyone can sign plus D, managing director, plus CS. In all the answers I have seen so far, they are only saying D and CS should sign. One student didn't say that also. But in these 4, any one director should sign. I hope you guys are following, getting it better, guys. Let's quickly go to the next one. Signing of FS, good. This are already corrected just to save time for us. So heading is there. Come down. Provision, this is one student's answer. The provision is very good. Excellently written. Whole page is provision. Look how neatly she wrote it. Full marks, excellent answer for provision. As per provisions of Companies Act, she's saying who should sign. It should be signed by. So neatly written in all the paragraphs in same line it came. Look at this. Chairman, CEO, CFO, CS, full form, 1% company. Isn't this easy to read for me? Spaced out well. In all the answers, everything is in one paragraph. So one introduction for the section, who should sign. I'm impressed. Full marks for provision, whatever it is, 2 out of 2, whatever is there. Next page. This answers analysis was not, this student was not good at analysis. She again wrote the full facts here. You can write, but does not carry marks. Then, since there is no chairperson, the FS should be signed by 2 directors. One shall be managing director. Okay. Again, she repeated the same point. ABC Limited, it is signed by CEO as per section 134. Who has to sign? She repeated the same point of facts again here. So don't repeat anything. Writing in facts, don't repeat analysis. Writing in provision, don't repeat the same wordings again. So then how to do it? In provision, you will write, it shall be signed by managing director. In analysis, you will write, it shall be signed by Mr. D, who is the managing director. That is what connects the facts with the provision. Okay. Then in conclusion, this student wrote analysis regarding, not valid. Why it is not valid? That should be in analysis. Like I already mentioned, conclusion should be single line. Let's go to the next student's answer. Okay. Facts. A and B are directors of the company. Facts are fine. I won't be spending much time over there. Sections covered 134. Excellent. You can even explain what section it is. Signing off, FSN, board's report. Next, according to provisions of 134, the FS, balance sheet, P&L and board's report shall be authenticated, signed by chairperson. All these people. This is all correct, guys. And she also wrote, consolidated financial statement shall be similar manner for approval. This student and previous student, same provision. Can you see the difference? All points are there. But previous student, when I told provision is excellent, can you see the flow, guys? Easy to read, easy to understand, all points covered. Here also she or he covered all the points, but that flow, language, presentation is missing. Let's go to analysis. In the given case, balance sheet is signed by whom? Okay. She's mentioning what is there. None of them were managing director. Important. That person is mentioning what is the mistake the company did. In the given scenario, Mr. D is the managing director out of the remaining directors. So according to the provisions, they're saying financial statement should be signed by a CEO, CFO, CS. Again, repeating provision, not needed. Provision is there on top. Don't repeat again over here. But one thing I liked in this answer is, this is the only answer I'm seeing so far. It is wrong and explaining why it is wrong. None of them were managing director and CS, even though company had a managing director and CS. Are you following, guys? That part of this answer is good, but not the other part. Then, in this case, FS were authenticated, by Ross. Were not authenticated. So that also is a mistake. They are beautifully pointing out the mistakes. That is very good. Now you come to conclusion. Since ABC has not followed either of the conditions specified under, it is invalid. Conclusion. Now look at this student. Each student is doing something good, something wrong. This student, analysis is good. I like it. She or he wrote what is wrong beautifully, but did not write what is correct. What is the conclusion? These people should sign. D and chairman. CS. Who has to sign is not there. Who didn't sign, they have explained. Are you following, guys? Next. Accounts of companies. Heading okay. Provision says fine. Everything is there over here. Next to, it's already corrected. Here they wrote company chairman under section 104. No. Chairman under 104 is different from chairman who is signing. Chairman who is signing is the chairman of company. Chairman under 104 is the chairman for that meeting. So I can't use section 104 over here. That is what I corrected over here. Then, instead of writing one director, you write one director. The word one is better. Then the students' analysis is good. They wrote the whole thing. I will just tell you which part they have to. Again, this is missing. What I corrected. You have written what is wrong. Same thing as previous. What is wrong is written, but what is actually correct is missing. Since I already corrected, I am saving time for you guys. If you see the analysis, they would have written what is wrong. But what is the final answer? Not there. Are you following, guys? Next, last few ones. I'm not sure if this is visible for you guys in recording. We'll just take a few. Facts of the question, section 134. But it looks like 184 for me itself. Maybe scanning is like that. Signing of FS. Then, as per provisions of Companies Act, okay, this has to be signed. In this provision, 134 gives guidance to FS, cash flow statement, P&L and both reporter. No. 134 gives authentication guidance. Why are you using some terms that is not there in book? Section 134 talks about signing of financial statements. Simple language. Authentication guidance. Grammatically, it's fine. But why? Use the language in the act. Signing of financial statements. There should be a chairperson of company or two directors. One should be MD. So most students over here are writing good provision. What is missed out is 1% company. Who should sign? If they are appointed, good. Let's go to analysis. In the given case, ABC was authenticated the balance sheet and statement of P&L and both report by two directors, X and Y. Facts is repeated. What happened? As per section 134, the company has not appointed chairperson. In this case, two directors can sign, out of which one should be MD. Fine. You are telling what this company should do. Okay. Next. However, company has one managing director, D, and also ABC Limited has full-time company secretary. Instead of two directors, X and Y, one should be managing director, Mr. D. Correct? And also company secretary, Ross, should authenticate. Perfect. But what is missing? They told CS should authenticate, MD should authenticate. By now, you should be figuring out what is missing here. Between X, Y, Z and W, between the two directors, any one should authenticate. Where is that? That is missing, guys. Half mark, 1 mark gone. Conclusion, referring to provision. Conclusion, let's get back. So this student, what I was saying is, they didn't write any one director. Conclusion cannot be this big. It should basically have fine lines. Last, we'll just take one more student. Okay. Section 134, signing of FSN. Both report. I think you can see similar mistakes everybody are doing. That means if I can take a sample size of 8, lakhs of students also will be doing the same mistake. Last student paper I'm taking for this. Let's see, hopefully everything is there. 134 signing, facts come down to provision. As per section 134, financial statements and both report of the company shall be signed, not signed, or authenticated by chairman. Rest is fine. In case of 1% company, neatly written. Point A, point B. 1% company provision. Provision is written very neatly, signed, not signed. Next, analysis. Very neatly. Look at this analysis. Point by point. Is it easy to read, guys? ABC Limited on its board had 4 directors and the company had, okay, what is that? Company also has this. Facts rewritten neatly. Next. In this case, FS of company 31st March were authenticated by 2 of the directors, X and Y. Same thing is repeated? No, not repeated. Okay, who is there in the company? Who signed? Very good. Company had this. Who signed? Next. As per Companies Act, FS was authenticated by 2 directors and CS, but MD of the company, Mr. D, very well written. MD of the company is Mr. D, has not signed. Plus, who is still not signed? That is missing. CS also has not signed. That is missing. Then conclusion. FS of the company is invalid. OPC. Again, same mistake. They have beautifully written the mistake, but not written finally who has to sign. I am repeating this for the 5th time in just sample size of 8 papers. Are you following, guys? So just to correct and summarize, exam how we will write this answer. First I will write the heading. Then provision, most of them wrote well. Same way. Analysis, I am repeating maybe for the 10th time. It's okay if it gets into your system. Write what the company did, what is wrong, which they wrote, what is the correct answer, therefore conclusion. Are you following, guys? So we'll keep doing more of these series. Stay tuned for the channel, guys. We'll do OPC, this, that, and other things. Thank you. See you all in the next video.